Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. I hope you have a cup of coffee with you. I'm Louis Llanes. I'm an investment advocate, professional money manager. I own WealthNet Investments, and I'm coming on at 8 in the mornings for this market coffee talk. I hope you can join me. And today I'm going to be talking about putting fun back into your business and your life. So I put on an orange shirt today on purpose because, orange stands for caution. And it seems like everybody is cautioning you to do things that are not, to not have fun. Don't go out, don't be with people, and I'm saying this shirt is going to need to go away because we need to be free to have fun. That's my point of view. I was thinking about what are the things that we've done fun as a family in the past, and I asked my wife and I asked my kids, and they gave me this list. The first thing that came to mind for my kids was actually a cruise, which is pretty interesting. And I think it was because we went to this cruise where we were in many different foreign in South America and in the Dutch Antilles Islands and stuff like that. And that was very interesting for them. I was thinking maybe when we went to Costa Rica, travel in general. And then the other thing that came up was Disney. But the thing that came up the most was we go to Palm Springs every year, and we have this really familiar place where we go to the same condo every year, and we have our own kitchen. We know all the restaurants that are there. We have the familiar pool and the people that run the operation, and it's just like a second home. And that came up a lot too because we have fun bike riding and doing stuff there. And even normal everyday things like having spats with each other, but we're having fun. So I think a lot of people are feeling so much caution in their life with all the politics and all this crazy stuff to not have fun. So I think it's time to have some serious fun and to be happy and to follow our passions. And if you were listening to the last market coffee talk I did yesterday, I was talking a lot about things that were related to happiness. And I thought I would just share a couple things that I'm seeing. So before I do that, I want to talk a little bit about the markets. And be sure, by the way, to like, subscribe, share, comment. I can see your comments here. So comment right here, and I can actually put them up on the screen so we can all see it and chat. Because I want to know, what are you doing for fun right now? Let me know what you're doing for fun. So I ran across this article, and it was at Lifehack, actually, which I've never been on before. But it listed 10 things that people do when they're not happy. And what I decided to do is instead replace that with what you should do to be happy rather than focus on the negative. So I kind of reversed it. So the first one is seek approval from yourself. Look inside yourself and seek for approval for yourself. So that's really important because a lot of people that are unhappy are always, what does this person think? What does that person think? What do you think? What do you think? Be confident in your own thoughts. So the other thing is take control, but don't try to take control of everything. Like if you're over controlling on everything, then you're definitely going to be unhappy. You're going to be like, and I get into that mode all the time, especially about the dishes. You get the dishes going and they're all messy and you're like, I want control. So don't try to control everything. And then the other thing is to, take some risks. Nothing really happens in the forward game that's worthwhile if you don't take risks. So yeah, what are there any risks that you should be taking right now? Anything at all? I know I'm taking risks right now. I'm writing another book, or actually I'm updating my previous book first, and there's just a lot of new things that are out there. So take some risks and listen to your heart. That kind of ties into the don't seek approval from others so much. See the positive in things. Like we have some, I hate to say this, some clients who are like just constantly negative. And like after I get off the call, I'm in the mood that I'm in right now. And after I get off the call, my shoulders are like this. And I'm like, oh, yeah. So if you see the positive in things, then your shoulders won't be drooped so much. And it definitely makes a difference. Oh, let's see, and I'm kind of preaching to myself too, so this is good in the morning as I start my day. Um, let's see, let go. Don't hold on to grudges. So letting go, like when somebody does something that offends you or something like that, we're all people, we're all imperfect. That's that's such a cool thing to do, to let go. I tend to let go, okay, sometimes not so much, but giving people the benefit of the doubt, a little bit more. Sometimes we misinterpret things, and so that's a really good one. Take full responsibility. Take full responsibility for whatever your actions, and hang around people that support you. Hang around people that support you, not people that bring you down. Oh my gosh. And what's tough is if you have a family member that brings you down. So you have to be careful with that. But if you hang around people that are building you up, that do something that where it's there's a symbiotic relationship, and I hope that I can be that way for you, to be, and that's one of my goals in the morning here, is to actually be more like actionable, uplifting, start the day right, in a short period of time, have a good time. And the last one is to stay in the present and enjoy it. So, I mean, I remember reading a book called The Power of Now, which I thought was kind of an interesting book. The Power of Now, I forget who, Eckhart Tolle or something like that. I'd have to look it up. If you know it, put it in the comments. That book was pretty interesting. I remember one day I was actually driving to work, and I started thinking, be in the present. And then what was interesting was, like, all the colors got more vivid. Everything got more um prescient. What's the word I'm looking for? I don't know. It's just vivid. And it's almost like being in a dream when you get really in the present, and you're not worried about, oh, I got to do this, I got to do that. And I think if even when you plan in the present, you plan the future, but you're in the present. And then when you're doing things, you're in the present, so that you can kind of enjoy it and suck the full amount out of life. So, anyway, so that's a cool little list I put together. And so, you know, I hope that helps you this morning. What are you doing to have fun? Even if you watch this after I went live, be sure to comment. I want to see what it is, and I'll respond back to those. And the market today, if you're wondering, the market today is it's up. The S&P's up 0.52%. It looks like the Dow is up 0.81%. Bitcoin is down today, and all those small investors that were, and I hope it wasn't you. A lot of people have gotten caught in the drop of GameStop. They bid it back up, and then they were locked down, and then they let it open, but yeah, now the stock is way, 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 way down. So it's the company's in trouble. So, well, let's just say they're not doing as well as they should. So hopefully you didn't get caught in that. But there's a lot of good things going on. There's so much good stuff going on in the market always. Even when we're in a bear market, there's usually some entrepreneurs that are out there creating new things. And that's, I think, what we need to be doing, out there creating new things. And the best time to buy stocks is when you're in a bear market. Actually, you're in a correction, and a lot of these great new companies have been doing good things. You'll see them. You'll actually be able to see them clearer, because it's like the tide coming in with the waves, right? And you're out there and you can't see people there, but when the tide goes out, you can see everything. That's kind of what happens when we get into a bear market, because these new innovative companies, their stock prices will be holding up, maybe even breaking into new highs, while all the other companies are down, and they really stick out. And this last correction that we had in March, oh my gosh, we were able to find quite a few of those. And they tend to be what's called basing, where they're going sideways and then they start breaking out. And when you catch them right when they break out, there's really good money to be made. So even bear markets are good. So anyway, enjoy the rest of your day. Be sure to like, subscribe, and have a good day.